Don't mess with me, pork chop. What day is this?
It's February 2nd. Groundhog Day.
You know, I thought it was yesterday.
Oh.
Welcome back to Thinking Critical. This is Wes. This should be a shorter video, but I'm here to talk about Valiant's announcement that it's no longer Ninja K, it's Ninjak. We're going back to the original name. It's relaunching. Obviously, the last time we saw Ninja K in his own series, Christoph's Gage was knocking it out of the park. That run was kind of cut short, but we did see some of the Ninja program in The Killers somewhat recently by B. Claymore, I believe it was. I would never touch that with a 12-foot pole because it is B. Claymore, but now Ninja K is coming back, and here to talk with me about that is my good friend from Lowell, Massachusetts, Larry from Larry's Comics.
Thanks for having me on the show, Wes. I appreciate it. I've been a Valiant fan since day one. I mean, I've loved that company and that whole stable of characters, that self-contained, tiny, tight superhero universe. X-O Manowar might be one of my top 10 favorite superhero characters in comics. I love them. In my opinion, it's the editor's job. If a book is selling well and they're losing a creative team, they have to get a creative team that will seamlessly connect. If a book is selling poorly, they have to shake things up. And I think with Ninjak, it looks like they're trying to shake things up. It's a drastic departure from what was done before. I don't think they have much to lose because personally, I see Valiant sales at a historic low. I'm selling 4 copies to my customers, and all of us are lifelong, the 5th being to me, we're all lifelong Valiant fans, and none of us really like what's going on.
I'm with you guys. I am a huge Valiant fan. From 2012 to 2017, when Dinesh Shamdasani and Warren Simmons were at Valiant, that was, without a shadow of a doubt, the best shared comic book universe. There was nothing that could even touch it. X-O Manowar is my favorite comic book character. Rye is my second favorite comic character. I love Ninja K. I like Shadow Man. I love all the Valiant comic universe and all the lore that they set up. And it has been an absolute free fall. But it feels like they're hitting rock bottom here, Larry. I am absolutely shocked and appalled at the level of art on this new Ninja K series from Javier Pulido. Now, it says that he's worked on Batman, X-O Manowar before. I'm going to say he hasn't had a lot of work on those. I would have remembered anything that looked like this because it looks like something that I would have gotten in the funny pages when I was a kid in the newspaper.
They didn't wrap themselves in glory with their promo image. I'll give them the benefit of the doubt that when the sales are bad, you have to shake things up. Maybe they're going in a different direction. I'd like to see a little bit more, but I don't have a lot of confidence, man. I mean, that company is in the shitter. The new owners, I think they care a little bit more about making movies and trying to hustle off some deals for those properties. But come back, Dinesh. Come on, buddy. These guys, everybody's dream would be for Dinesh to come back to the company and get things rolling again.
Yes, if you're a comic book fan, Dinesh can't come back fast enough because it is absolutely rock bottom. X-O Manowar is my favorite comic book character. Guess how many issues it took me before I dropped off the last series when they just recently relaunched it with Hopeless Hallam?
1.
0. I didn't even read the first one. I have zero hope, zero faith in that company that they can deliver anything resembling a good comic book anymore.
Well, they did. They had a Tim Seeley, Brett Booth
Bloodshot
series. That was fantastic. I like that.
It was fantastic to look at. I give you that.
It
I did not like any of the dialogue of the story. I don't think Tim Seeley really got Bloodshot.
I thought that was a real good, solid shake creative team for a good run. I thought it was
Brett Booth
rock solid
was absolutely
material.
amazing. He knocked it out of the park.
I like a lot of Tim Seeley stuff.
Yeah, well, I think Tim Seeley is like 40-60, 40% good, 60% bad. And not even Brett Booth could save him on Bloodshot for me. But I'm glad you enjoyed it. It was certainly sold better than a lot of the Valiant comics as of late. I think the movie coming out, they definitely put more promotion into it. But I don't know, as a Valiant Comics fan, just seeing this art for the new Ninjak, and I like the name Ninjak. I think that's cool that they would pay homage to the original name.
I never called it Ninja K.
But Ninja K, when you have the hyphen, it means something. It's a different iteration of the character. And now they have the big ninja program where you have Ninja A, B, C, all the way up past K. And they invested heavily in that. In fact, the Killers was all about exploring other ninjas in the ninja program. For them to just drop the designator off of the title, I guess, to go back in time and then go to this stick figure art.
I've always called Weapon X, and I don't give a shit that there was Weapon 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I didn't care about the Ninja. I understood the program. I liked it. I just always personally called it Ninjak. I agree with you. The artwork looks just heartbreaking, but maybe the editor's doing his job, trying to shake it up. Maybe it's going to be.
Think about the artists who have worked on Ninja K the last 5 or 6 years. Clayman, Tomas Giorello, Juan Jose Rip. They've had a lot of great artists on this. For them to evolve like this, I mean, what do you think the page rates are on that? Like $4?
If it's more than that, the guy's cleaning up. I don't know.
Take them to the cleaners.
That was some terrible, terrible promo art that just took the wind out of a lot of Valiant fan sales. I mean, like I said, I'm hoping the editor's just trying to do his job and shake things up.
Hey, don't be misgendering the editor. That's Heather Ontos you're talking about now.
Oh, that's Heather's, huh?
She's the senior editor at Valiant Comics. Wow. Shaking it up.
Impressive.
Yeah, it's impressive just how far Valiant Comics has bottomed out since she arrived. Of course, she was brought in by the new owners, the DMG Entertainment, that were like a Chinese entertainment consortium that wanted control of the company because of the Sony movies, and they forced Dinesh out. And hopefully he's got to come back. There's no hope for Valiant.
I think Dinesh has got a lot of irons in the fire, right? But I know he loves Valiant, and he'll get it back. He's coming back.
I hope so, because he was building up to a lot of stuff. They were building up to Harbinger Wars 2. Obviously, that all changed when he left. They were building up to another Armor Wars sequel. That was quite obvious, and we haven't gotten that. And hopefully they won't try and touch that with the new creative team that's there right now, because they wouldn't be able to do that justice. But Valiant's just absolutely dead.
I haven't checked Comicron
until he comes back.
What are the print runs like on Valiant? Have you tracked?
Oh, I did a video not too long ago. It was probably about 4 or 5 months ago, and the sales, well, it was probably more like 6, but the sales had dropped off like 40% since he left.
Wow.
Like a normal top selling Valiant comic before was about 12 to 15,000, and they were all under 8.
All right, Wes, if it's the editor's job when things aren't doing well to shake things up, it's the owner's job to fucking shake things up with the editors now. Whoever's calling the shots over there might need a good old-fashioned firing.
Hey, they're making the Legion of Doofuses look downright competent right now. Like, Marvel looks pretty darn good with their continuity, the way they're running their comic books compared to Valiant.
The Legion of Doofuses might be pretty slick if they just squatted out this Null one shot this week based on, buzz on Null and no buzz on Empire, and they were like, oh, we got to get something out there, and they just put together a 42-cent creative team to solicit a one shot. I mean, this thing is coming out after the fact of everything, so it's kind of a clever little trickster move by the Doofuses, maybe.
Yeah, I think they're pulling one over us on it, but
I smell it.
Valiant has got nothing left, man. I can't believe how bottom they've fallen. Fallen World. I did not like that. I did not like the relaunch of Rye. That's why I just gave up on them. I was like, even the characters I love at Valiant, they're just not good. They can't do anything right now. Although I guess you liked the Tim Seeley Bloodshot.
I love the Tim Seeley Bloodshot. It's so good. It looked like it was a real polished comic book from a polished comic book company. Now you can smooth over a lot of stuff with the editors, trick them, I don't know, tell them you got to build momentum or whatever. But one thing that doesn't lie is numbers. If the numbers are really down 40%, I mean, they got to come in there and shit can some people. Hire some.
They
some
just
old Valiant
promoted
guys.
her. They just promoted Heather to senior editor.
I'd like to see them reach out to Jim Shooter. How about Jim Shooter for a fucking little bridge effect? Get him in there. Kick out Heather. Bring in Jim Shooter for, I don't know, 6 months just to get the books firing. That'd be epic.
It would be epic, but I don't see them investing any money. I think that's why Heather Rontos is probably the senior editor over at Valiant Comics, because she probably doesn't cost very much, and they're looking to cut costs on comics so they can keep doing movies.
Maybe Jim will do it for a sandwich. Who knows?
Hey,
maybe
he does want to say me.
Maybe he wants to get out of the house, hang out. Come back, Jim. Come back.
I don't know. I'm glad. I didn't even know that you were a Valiant Comics fan. That's how much I don't talk about my favorite comic universe right now. But it's good to see I'm not the only one that's wallowing and just depressed at the state of Valiant and just how terrible it is.
I buy 5 copies of every Valiant book. I'm friends with the 4 other people who buy them, and not one person in my little tiny world likes what's happening with Valiant. And all of them are participants in like online Valiant fandom, and they've been participants in online Valiant fandom since the beginning. I mean, these guys are all hardcore Valiant fans, and I can tell you from my little section of the world, nobody is happy.
So even the people that haven't given up on the publisher that are still buying the books are saying, "Dear Lord."
Yep, they're heartbroken. They don't like it. And I can't see that Ninjak promo art floating any boats.
No, it's embarrassing. It's I don't even know how to describe it. Like it's just so basic, so bland. There's nothing to it. There's no life to it. There's no energy.
Shooter.
It's shocking that you could say this. Like I said, Clayman, Tomas Giorello, Juan Jose Rip, some of the best artists in comic books have worked on that character and made him what he is today, in modern comics, and they just thrown it all away for nothing.
With the whole cult and companies scaling back, there's got to be a lot of A-list people out there that you could, make a soup and
there's got to be an up-and-coming artist that can actually draw a ninja comic that looks cool.
I agree.
You know what I mean?
How about a barbarian in an alien tech suit?
Yeah, just thinking about Valiant and what it was under Dinesh Shamdasani and Warren Simmons. Like, that was the place to be if you were an up-and-coming talent. If they picked you, that meant you were really good. Because Dinesh Shamdasani, he didn't pick losers. Like, Matt Kent, Robert Venditti, Jeff Lemire, Justin Jordan. Like, a lot of great writers. Clay Mann, Tomas Giorello, Kerry Nord, a lot of great artists. They all kind of were there when Valiant started, and they had kept that going with the great writers. And it's just, I don't know, under Heather Ontos and the new management, they just bring in also rans that are at the end of their time where they're not on top anymore. Rather than the place to be as an up and coming artist, it's the place to be if your career's on a downslope and you can't get work at the big 2 as much anymore.
The company bought the company for a bag of properties to sell off and to make tons of money off of, and they didn't do well with Bloodshot, so maybe they'd be open to selling, or I don't know, shaking things up. It all starts with the comics, though. If your line is failing and you're losing the interest of the people, I mean, they ain't gonna buy your comics, they ain't gonna see your movies, they ain't gonna play your video games. They ain't going to buy your apparel or whatever lifestyle brands you think you're mimicking. I mean, it all start with a solid foundation. Get that current creative the fuck out of there. Hire somebody who cares and is passionate about the characters, and get some good creative teams going and get it rolling again, because they bought a company with an existing fan base, and that existing fan base has losing interest. Get back on the ball.
Yeah, I couldn't be less interested right now. I'm not even going to check this one out, and I love Ninja K. Like I said, I passed on the last X-O Manowar. I have I have no intention of buying back into Valiant anytime soon. After what they've done with all the characters I've liked, with the people that they have running it right now, I have no confidence that they'll ever release a good comic book until they're all out and Dinesh and Warren Simmons are back.
Now, Dinesh collects original art. I wonder if he'll be trolling the internet for that cover art with that new Ninja K. That'd be a nice companion piece for, some of his sexy original art.
Yeah, maybe, if he's got a garage where he needs like a $2 painting up on the wall, he can go out and buy that bad boy.
It would look nice.
All right, Larry, you've depressed me enough talking about Valiant Comics in the fall of what was the best.
The good news is there's only one way to go, up, because they suck right now.
Absolutely, yeah. Well, they could all be stick figures, so I guess there is a bottoming out even more.
All right, well, anyway, you guys all have fun.
If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. I would appreciate it very much. It helps us attract more views for the channel. Subscribe for future commentary, comic book news, and reviews. And don't forget to ring the bell for notifications. If you want to talk comics, movies, and much, much more, you can follow me on Twitter at Wes_from_TC. With that, Salamat Po, and I'm out.